Hey folks, welcome back. I'm Chuck with Homestead Medical. Today is going to be the first in a series of videos that we're going to talk about layers of medical preparedness. Video we released, a previous video, we talked about that mindset of everything that we need to have our medical preparedness in stock, what kits we need, the equipment we need, using medical intelligence of what we're going to do and have those specific things for what we're going to be doing and to be prepared for what could happen, what might happen. So we did that first step of medical intelligence and the mindset. So what's next? So you may think gear. We got to have all the gear, the tourniquets, all those things. And yes, you need gear. But first, do you know how to use it? The first thing you should do is training. Get good, proper training. Proper training equals success. That's going to be successful in your medical preparedness. If you don't know how to use this stuff and all of this equipment, it's worthless. It does you no good. It's just going to be crap you're carrying around that you don't know how to use. Do you know how to use it? And can you use it in a situation where your adrenaline's going to be way up? Because you're in an emergent situation. Have you trained for that? Are you prepared for that? Have you ever been in that situation? If you've never been in that situation, you should have the proper training to prepare you to be successful. Confidently be prepared. Train with confidence. Prepare with confidence. So you want to make sure that you have everything that you need in your toolbox to be successful, to use that equipment. You know, you're a grown-ass adult. You're responsible for your own success. You're responsible that you have these things. You want to be prepared. You have the weapons. You've taken the training. You're building your homestead. You have your food, your livestock, everything you want to do to be prepared just in case, which is great. It's what we all want. It's what we all strive for. But medical is something that you've got to take the time and investment in to make sure that you are. You've taken the time to get your land. You've taken the time to plant your garden, plan your garden, have everything that you need to make it successful. Your livestock, the same thing. Your tactical training, your firearms training. You want to go and take proper training from tactical response or combat art training or Prepared Patriots in North Carolina, Green Line Tactical, all of those people. You want to make sure that you have the things that you need to be successful, and this is no different. So training, it needs to be done before the gear. That's what you need to get first. Then you get the gear. And you say, well, wait a minute, I've got to have the stuff just in case. Well, it doesn't do you any good if you don't know how to use it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find good training, right? We want to be able to make sure that we have vetted trainers. Somebody who has proof of success, who's been there, done that, knows what they're doing. How do we do that? Do your research. Word of mouth is big. Ask people. See what kind of they have. Ask the instructors, hey, do you have somebody I can talk to? Somebody, who will give you a reference. It's the best way. Do they have social media? See if there's anything out there with them training so you can get a feel of what they're doing and what. Then you got to look at what do they have to offer. Where do you start? Basic first aid CPR, it's a good start. It's not a bad place. You should have it. Doing a stop the bleed or a tactical trauma class, very good start. You need it. You carry a weapon, you should absolutely have that. That's just as important as your firearms training. Because if you have to use a firearm, remember, bullets, you're sending bullets downrange, bullets are going to be coming at you also from downrange. So make sure you have the tourniquets, the IFAKs, all those things. It's very important. So once we do that, then what do? Well, then you want to build your training in layers, just like we're talking about with this of having our gear and our layers of medical preparedness. You want to do the same thing. So The first thing is get these basic classes, then look around, because now, let me ask you, what happens when you do stop the bleed? You've put the tourniquet on, you've stopped the bleeding, now what? You got to take care of somebody 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. How do you do that? What supplies do you need? What skills do you need? What knowledge do you need? That skills and knowledge is super important. So then you find those people who are providing that. True wound care. Long-term wound care. Wet to dry dressings. How to properly clean the wound. How to debride the wound. Do you need to leave the wound open? Do we close it? Do we do a delayed closing? All of those things. What happens with simple medical emergencies? Somebody's sick. Somebody has an infection. Your child has a respiratory infection, difficulty breathing. What skills, what knowledge do you need to rectify those things? And what equipment? A good trainer should provide all that. They should show you that. And now you say, well, still, what about the gear? Yeah, we all got to have the cool gear. Then you're going to get a chance to get your hands on things. Do you want to carry a soft T tourniquet? Do you want to carry a cat tourniquet? Which one's better for me? Which one should I have on my body for me? Which one should I have to use on somebody? All those things do make a difference. You're going to get on the different types of bandages, different types of splinting, different types of wound closures, things like that. What can you handle? What is good for you? Then you get your hands on that equipment and you say, okay, now I see it. Plus you get to talk to other people. Good chance you're going to be in a class with somebody who's had medical training before. And you can ask them, hey, where did you start out with? What's good for you? Learn from their mistakes. Ask your instructor. A good trainer should do that. You ask me in one of my classes, I'll tell you all the failures I've had. What equipment works, what equipment doesn't work. All those things are vitally important for you. So just remember, train. Train for success. Because your success is going to equal that training. That proper training, that good training. Take my classes. Take the Homestead medical training, because that's what I'm going to provide you is what do you do after you stop the bleed? That long-term, that prolonged care. Those are things you're going to have in case you can't get to conventional medical care, or we have some sort of societal breakdown where conventional medical care isn't available. All these things are important. And you've got to look at is look at also the different people and the different people on YouTube and the content creators who can help you and give you an idea. John Willis from Special Operations Equipment. Can't get any better. Does a live every single night, 9 p.m. Central Time. Go watch it. Subscribe to his channel. Combat Art Training. Andrew. I've been binge watching some of his older stuff. Excellent trainer. Does firearms, but he gives you relative information. You want homesteading, how to live a life free from everybody, from people trying to hold you down. Life Done Free. Tag. Go subscribe to his channel. Grumpy Acres Farm. Grumpy and Yoda. Excellent information. Gives you the things you need to know. Spags Unfiltered. Spags does the same thing. Kentucky Sustainable Living. Subscribe to Jason's channel. Shelly's channel. Two Old Crows. Jake's channel. I can't remember, but I'll find it and put it in the description. All these things are so important. Look at Joel Salatin. Jack Spirko, the Godfather, the Survival Podcast, and Joel Salatin also of homesteading. But do you want to meet all these people? Do you want to see all these people? Then go out and go to the training and the festivals where you can get an idea of all these different skills that you're interested in. All the different festivals that are around. The Self-Reliance Festival is a big one. Kentucky Sustainable Living is their first one. It's turned out to be a huge one. Midwest Preparedness, another great one. I'm going to be at all three. It's called kind of the Three Sisters. Take a tour in October where you can go to all of these. Second weekend in October is Midwest Preparedness Festival. October 14th and 15th, Self-Reliance. Make sure you look at the schedule. 2 days before, take the course, the radio course, Zero to Hero from Evan from Radio Made Easy. Comms are just as important of a preparedness tool as everything else. Your comms and medical mesh, you need both because you may need telemedicine. So make sure you take that a couple days before. I'm giving an advanced wound care class on the 14th during the festival, a half-day course. On that Monday following, you're going to have Joel Salatin teaching the chicken processing course. And also Andrew from Combat Art Training is going to be doing a course. But during that, you're going to meet Jack Spirico, Joel Salatin. All those people I've talked to are going to be at Self-Reliance Festival. They're going to be at Midwest Preparedness, some of these same people. At Kentucky Sustainable Living. You know, all these people. Billy from Permapastures, Eric from Porterhouse and Teal. All these people are going to be there, and you want to meet them. You want to interact with them. You want to talk to them. You see them on YouTube. Say, hey, these are great people. I'd like to have a one-on-one conversation with them. There's your chance. Go to all three. You can meet all these people and learn such valuable, actionable information. So, remember, good training. Start with the training. Training is going to equal success. You want to prepare with confidence. Please like and subscribe with my channel. If this is valuable information for you, share it with people. Look at my website, homesteadmedical.us. Look at my classes, where I'm going to be. We have classes coming up, several. There's going to be a bunch of things going on in the fall. Please come take them. You want a class in your area? Contact me. 6 students is what I need for the 2-day Homestead Medical Basic. And then we have another 2-day Homestead Medical Advanced description, but we can custom do a class for you. But get the training, look at these things, and make sure you go, get out there, take the training, take the time, take the investment, and do so. You know, another place, another resource to go is bulletin.net. Look at bulletin.net. I'll have a link in the description, and it has a great calendar of so many different wonderful instructors. I'm on there. If you're a trainer, you should be on there, but use that as a resource to find some of the classes in your area or classes you want to go to that you need. Mike does a great job for this, and it's free service. So, take your training. Make sure you're successful. Go out there and get a vetted instructor who teaches quality classes. Talk to them. Ask them the questions beforehand before you invest your time and money. Because I want to make sure if you spend money with me and take one of my courses, we're going to stay there as long as it takes to make sure everybody's satisfied with what they have. I want you to walk away that you know you're preparing with confidence. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time. Be sure to watch out for more of this series of videos in your layers of medical preparedness. Thanks.